If you really want to experience the best of Assateague Island, you have to spend a few days here camping. For visitors new to the outdoors, you may need some help planning your camping adventure at Assateague Island. With me today is Betsy Bangert at Assateague Island National Seashore. Good to see you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, so Betsy, let me start at home. If I'm sitting at my kitchen table and I'm looking at my Assateague brochure or online, I really want to come, how do I get started planning for my registration and trip to Assateague camping?
So we do have camping that is available here at Assateague year-round, but we do require reservations from March 15th through November 15th. A good spot to start would be at recreation.gov. You can go online to recreation.gov, or you could call our toll-free number 1-877-444-6777. And you can make reservations either online or over the phone that way, up to 6 months in advance for the date that you would like to arrive.
So Betsy, what kind of camping do you have at Assateague, and where can I camp on the island?
All right, so on the National Seashore, we have several different types of camping. We have oceanside driving camping that accommodates RVs as well as tents. We have oceanside walking camping, which accommodates tents only. We also have backcountry camping, 6 sites. 2 of those are oceanside and 4 are bayside. Those are available for you to hike or paddle into using a canoe or a kayak. And then we also have bayside camping as well. Bayside camping is RV and tent as well. And then we also have we have some equestrian sites located within the walking campground. 2 of those. They are available from October 16th through April 14th, and you can also reserve those online as well. We also have 5 group sites that are located at the very beginning of the Oceanside campground, and those accommodate 7 to 25 people with an unlimited number of parking for vehicles and tents.
Wow, that's pretty diverse. I think it's also safe to say that there is camping at our friends at the Assateague State Park. Their rules are a little bit different, but you can see them online and learn about that too.
Correct. Yeah, they are a completely separate park from us with their own rules and regulations, so we strongly encourage you to call the Assateague State Park if you're interested in camping there.
All right, so after I've made my reservations, how does check-in and check-out work here at the park?
So checking in is pretty simple. You will do that here in this office, the campground office or visitor contact station that is located on the actual island here. So you would go past the visitor center and turn on, go over the bridge and turn right onto Bayberry Drive. There is an entrance fee required for everyone entering the park, which does include campers as well. So either you would need a National Park entrance pass, or you would have to pay our entrance fee at the booth before you come to check in. And then you would come here to this office, and this is where you would fill out your information and you would obtain your camping parking permit, which is a different pass from your entrance pass. You would want to make sure that you both have your park entrance fee paid as well as your parking permit to camp before you head to your campsite. So you would want to do this all before you actually go and set up at your site. You would come see us. Checkout is pretty easy as well. You would either stop by here and turn this orange hang tag into us, or on your way out of the park in the outbound lane right by the entrance booths that you came through when you checked in, you would be able to drop this orange hang tag in a camper checkout box that allows our camp hosts and employees to know that you've left the site.
Cool, and you have pretty firm check-in and check-out times.
We do. Our check-in time starts at 12 noon, and our check-out time is sharp at 11 a.m. We do enforce that pretty strictly.
So I've done my reservation, I've checked in, I've got my orange pass, my campsite's all set up. How long can I stay here at wonderful Assateague Island?
So you can stay up to 14 days at one point in time. After that, you've exhausted your stay for the season. You can do that between Memorial Day and Labor Day, and then that does reset from Labor Day through the off season as well. So if you wanted to come back and stay with us again in the winter for a couple weeks, you could do so as well.
Yeah, I'm sure it gives other people a chance to come here, because I'm sure a lot of folks will book it for the whole summer.
We are incredibly popular, and our sites are generally booked almost 6 months to the day a lot of times. So yes, it does allow for the maximum amount of visitors to come in and experience the park.
All right, Betsy, you've been really helpful. So I've made my reservation, I've checked in, I've got my campsite all set up. Now when I'm here to appreciate nature at night, maybe I want to have a little bit of fun, but there are rules to help keep the peace with your fellow campers. How should I behave myself here when I'm camping?
So we do have quiet hours at the park. Our quiet hours are 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. That does include generator use as well as noise volume, as well as idling engines for charging batteries and such like that. So after 10 p.m. you do have to keep your noise to a minimum. Your site will have a fire ring with a fold-over grill. We do want you to have fires within that fire ring. Cannot have fires outside of that area except for on the ocean beach itself below the high tide line. That is acceptable, but you cannot have just ground fires on the site. We also have a pet policy. Our sites are all pet friendly, but we do ask that your pets are leashed while you're here at all times under your physical control, and that you are responsible for after hours care during the quiet hours, keeping them quiet and cleaning up after them and that kind of thing to, you know, keep them from impacting your fellow campers around you.
Nobody wants to wake up to a barking dog at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. So we do ask that you try to control your pet. We also do not allow pets to be left unattended on site. So a lot of the surrounding areas in Ocean City and such are not pet friendly. So do think about that when you bring your 4-legged friend, that they may not be able to go everywhere that you go when you leave the island, and we do not allow you to leave them unattended.
So part of my experience here are the wild animals, including the world famous wild horses. Now those horses might visit me at my campsite. What can I do to keep my food safe and keep them safe?
So food storage is an incredibly important part of your camping experience. You do want to keep food mostly locked. We recommend here at the Park Service all food being locked in vehicles. Vehicle doors and hatches and windows need to remain closed. Horses will go through windows, will try to open hatches and latches on cars, so definitely make sure you have it locked inside your vehicle. If you're having a big issue, you're in one of our walk-in campsites, it's a long walk to your car, you're tired, we do strongly encourage, and we will write citations for improper food storage. So we want coolers strapped with a strap.
Like this?
Like this right here. We would prefer that you do something like that, and the cooler should then be shoved under a picnic table or the bench there at your site. That forces the horse to have to be able to pull the cooler out, then bite through the strap, then get to the prize inside, so it takes a lot longer for them to do that. They usually lose interest. One other thing, make sure you keep a clean campsite. I always tell people horses are like bears without claws, in the sense that they will go through tents to get to food and toiletry items, and they will also tear trash apart and go through dumpsters and stuff. So we do ask keep dumpster lids shut and throw trash out frequently.
I do think that's something people don't realize when they come here. The horses, you know, seem tame and kind of like a petting zoo, but they really are wild. They really will do all these things. So take Betsy's word for it. Keep your food in the cooler or in the car, for you and for the horses. All right, so we've covered a lot of the technical parts of camping here at Assateague, kind of how you make your reservation, how you check in and check out, how to keep your food safe, keep the horses safe. Tell me, Betsy, why do you like camping at Assateague?
Well, I've actually been camping here myself for about 15 years. I do love the park. I've camped on both the ocean and the bay side, and both have their pros and cons, but I will say I enjoy both sides equally. And the sunrises on the ocean side, the sunsets on the bay side, waking up in the morning to see the wild horses grazing on the beach in front of your site while you drink that morning coffee is just, you know, unbeatable. So
that's a great sales pitch.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll save it right there, and I want to thank you very much. We'll see you this summer and
Sounds
fall
good.
and winter,
Yes,
right? Winter
you can
camping?
even come in the dead of winter. We would love to hang out with you, and I'll be here, so come visit me.
Awesome, Betsy. Thanks so much.
Yep.
So pitch a tent on our barrier island when you're traveling Maryland's beach and beyond.